Kenapa Bella jadi macam ni? Kenapa Bella jadi macam ni? Kenapa Bella jadi macam ni?
Kuala Lumpur Sessions Court has found Rumah Bonda founder Siti Bainon Ahmad Razali guilty of abusing and neglecting one of her adopted daughters, who is also a Down syndrome teenager. Judge Israelizam Sanusi, who read out his verdict at 10 a.m, said Siti Bainon was guilty of neglecting and abusing teenage Bella to a point that she suffered physical and emotional damage. He found that Bella suffered from emotional damage after having shown symptoms of post-traumatic stress disorder after she was put under Siti Bainon's care. He also rejected Siti Bainon's testimony given at the defense stage, where she testified that Bella's physical injuries were because of spilled hot water, after finding that her statement was a hearsay as she was not at home when the incident occurred. He deduced from prosecution witnesses' testimonies that it was illogical that the injuries were only from one incident. He therefore found that a reasonable doubt had failed to be raised at the end of the defense stage and sentenced the 31-year-old founder under Section 31(1)(a) of the Child Act
2001. Understanding child abuse in Malaysia. Good morning everyone, my name is Nur Hadira, and today I will be discussing about critical issue that affects our society, child abuse in Malaysia. We will explore its meaning, various types, and the current situation in our country. What is child abuse? Child abuse refers to any acts or failure to act by a parent or caregiver that result in harm, potential harm, or the threat of harm to a child. This is occur in various forms and can have lasting effect on child physical and emotional well-being. The next one is type of child abuse. There are several types of child abuse, which include: the first one is physical abuse. This involves the non-accidental physical injury to a child. It may include hitting, shaking, burning, or otherwise causing physical harm. And the second is emotional abuse. These types involve the verbal abuse, consistent criticism, rejection, or emotional neglect that can be harm to a child's self-esteem and emotional well-being. The third one is sexual abuse. This includes to any sexual activity with a child, such as holding, exploitation, or exposed to sexual activity. It violates to child trust and can have severe psychological consequences. The next one is neglect. Neglect is a failure to provide a child basic needs, including food, shelter, medical care, and education. This form of abuse can be both physical and emotional.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Mazatul Diana binti Sani. I will explain about the current situation of child abuse in Malaysia. So here are statistics that show how bad the issue of child abuse is in Malaysia. The statistics show the high year, which is the year 2023, has marked 27.7%, and the lowest year 2024 record 7.6% from January to March. The number of child abuse in Malaysia is high in 2023. This is because parents are not responsible to their children. Child abuse is often the fault of the parents themselves. Next, I will present a high-profile case of child abuse in Malaysia. This case of abuse caused many children to suffer and be trauma. One of the high cases in 2023 was a 6-year-old child who was abused by his biological father and stepmother. This case is very serious because it is believed to be the and stepmother the victim beat him with hands, chains, and also used a wooden spoon. There are scars and wounds on the victim. This incident will cause physical hurt to be affected.
Topic 4. What are the causes and effects of child abuse? There is a lack of moral support from family, friends and close ones when parents are facing problems. As a result, all their issues are often directed at the children. It's very unfortunate because they are not the ones who should be subjected to such an abuse. Furthermore, another cause is the pressure of the parents face, which leads them to lose their ability to care for their children. When their emotional state is unstable and the situation can make them angry, potentially aggressive, for example, leading to hitting and shooting. This can cause some perpetrators, especially parents, to physically abuse their children. Additionally, parents may not know how to care for their children or may believe that it is acceptable to use excessive physical force to discipline them. Another cause is substance abuse, such as alcohol, drugs, which are major factors contributing to the issues of child abuse. Effect of child abuse. The effect experienced by child victims can be both physically and mental. The physical effect can include injuries, bruises, or permanent scars. And in the worst case, they can lead to permanent disabilities in the child body. The mental effect will certainly leave deep trauma on the child's mental health. They may become fearful of those around them, which could affect their mindset. For example, if they are accustomed to being abused, the mind may lead towards violence. Many children, when they reach their teenage years, may become rebellious, aggressive, and delinquents.
So, how can we help to prevent child abuse? This is something we all can contribute, and it starts with awareness and action. First and foremost, education is the key. We need to understand the sign of abuse, which can include unexplained injuries, change in behavior, or withdrawal from friends and activities. Recognizing these signs can help us to intervene before it is too late. Next, we must foster open communication. Children need to feel safe expressing their feelings and experiences. Encourage them to talk about their day and listen without judgment. When children feel heard, they are more likely to share their concerns. Supportive parents is also crucial. Many caregivers face a stress which can lead to unintentional harm. By offering assistance, whether it is babysitting, sharing resources, or simply being a friend, we can help alleviate some of that pressure. If you ever suspect abuse, it is essential to report it. Do not feel hesitate to contact local authorities or child protective service. It is better to err on the side of caution and ensure a child's safety. In conclusion, preventing child abuse is a collective responsibility. By staying informed, communicating openly, supporting one another, and taking action, we can create a safer environment for our children. In conclusion, addressing child abuse requires a collective effort from individuals, family, communities, and institutions. By promoting awareness, fostering open communication, and providing support and resources, we can create a safer environment for children. Prevention and intervention are crucial in breaking the cycle of abuse, ensuring that every child has the opportunity to grow up in a nurturing and protective setting. Together, we can advocate for stronger policies, educate those in position of authority, and empower children to speak up, ultimately leading to a society where child abuse is no longer tolerated.